Hello, my Basset Hound friends and my Sexton Pie cuties. Mark the Punk Gamer, a.k.a. Markapunk here. And yes, I'm ranking something new instead of re-rankings. But before I get started on the brand new ranking video of the studio albums, of course. But I'm really looking forward to re-ranking Monstrosity again. You guys know I love that freaking death metal band. They're my favorite of all time. I'm probably gonna like all their albums again once I re-rank it. Yes, I'm still working on re-ranking Mayhem again. God, they just... Can you stop releasing new shit? Anyway, I'm gonna lose my shit if I keep saying it. But anyway, I am ranking something new, not a re-rank. And it's a classic heavy metal band from the 80s, actually. And this band is called The Rods. Never heard of them? Well, too bad. Now you do. The Rods is actually a awesome heavy metal band from the 80s, to be honest. They're really good. God damn. I'm actually looking forward to ranking this band worst to best for the first time. And all 11 of them, actually, which I'm really looking forward to, ranking worst to best. And yeah, this band is pretty cool. They're not new wave of heavy metal band, whatever. They're just classic heavy metal band. So that's what I read from the Metal Archives about them. But any of that. But let's just rank this bitch. All 11 of them, worst to best. Here we go. My number 11 is my least favorite out of all of them. I'm gonna give it to Vengeance. Yeah. This is my least favorite out of all the Rod's albums, main ones. But yeah, this one's definitely my least favorite out of all of them. Holy shit. I can tell you the songs I did like, I guess, is I Just Wanna Rock, The Code, and Let It Rip. Those are the only ones. But yeah, Vengeance is not really my cup of tea for this one, and it's my least favorite. It's not full-on Basset Hound shit or anything, but it is my least favorite out of all the 11 of them overall. My number 11 is going to be Vengeance. My number 10, my second least favorite, which is the Rod's 1981 self-title. Yeah, the reason for this one, they took the 8 songs that's from Hard Rock and put it into their self-title. The only difference with this one is there's a couple of new cover songs. That's the only difference. And there's a couple of them I only like is Nothing Going On in the City, and lastly Ace and Hole. Those are the only songs. They just repeat the same 8 songs from Hard Rock and put in this one. That's why it's my second least favorite. Holy crap. Do you like the Hard Rock version or this one? Tell me down below. I just don't get it. They just repeat the same songs. It's really confusing. But it's my second least favorite out of all the 11 of the Rod's albums overall. Number 10 for me is going to be the Rod's 1981 self-title. Oh man, I wish this one's better. At my number 9 spot, which is Wild Dogs Unchained. Yeah, I want this to be better. This was actually released last year, and goddamn, I was so bored with this one. This is kind of like their follow-up to the original Wild Dogs, but Wild Dogs Unchained is the most boring version. Holy crap. But anyway, the songs I did like from it: Rock and Roll Forever, Tears of the Innocent, Run Run Run, and lastly Make Me a Believer. Those are the only songs I did like. This is the most boring follow-up to the original Wild Dogs they have in the 80s. But oh my god, I don't like this one. But it's just boring. It's below average for me overall. Number 9 for me is going to be Wild Dogs Unchained. Oh god, another below average of the Rod's main studio albums at my number 8, which is Brotherhood of Metal. Yeah, this one. I want this to be good. And it's another below average Rod's album overall. It just really is. Is there any songs that are actually pretty good? Yeah, some of them. Which is Brotherhood of Metal, Louder Than Loud, Party All Night, Tonight We Ride, 1982. And lastly, The Devil Made Me Do It. Yeah, 6 songs I did like from this, but goddamn, this is my below average of the Rods. Holy crap. I just want this to be better, but And sadly, you're going to be at my number 8, which is Brotherhood of Metal. My number 7 for me is going to be, this one is actually the strangest one it's going to be in my ranking, which is Let Them Eat Metal. Yeah, what the hell? This came out in 1984, and look at this cover. This is the most wild fucking cover I have ever seen in my life. But I have a decent enough time with it, but it has that more 80s tone to it and not heavy metal. This is why this is the most strange one of the Rod's main studio albums. But I did have a decent enough good time with it overall. But goddamn, this is the most strange one. But anyway, songs I did like, I guess. Let Them Eat Metal, White Lightning, Rock Warriors, She's So Tight is pretty good, and lastly, I'm a Rocker. Yeah, those songs are pretty good, I guess, for me. God damn, this one's strange, from the 80s era. And it came out in 1984. And, but I can have a decent enough below average time with this one. Number 7 for me is going to be Let Them Eat Metal. Number 6 for me is going to be In the Raw. Yeah, this one. In the Frickin' Raw. This is their 3rd full length, I believe, from memory. No, 4th. Yeah, their 4th release. But, this is above average for me, I guess. I can have a decent enough time with this one. Yeah, the Rod's In the Raw, it's decent, I guess, for heavy metal still in this 80s era. This one is not my kind of thing. But, there's some songs I think are pretty good here, but Hurricane, Can't Get Enough of the Fun, Hot Love, Evil Woman, Hold On For Your Life, and lastly, Another Night on the Town. Yeah, 6 songs I like from this overall. Yeah, In the Raw is decent, I guess, from the Rods overall. Number 6 for me is going to be In the Raw. Alright, here on out, these are all lick of approvals. These are my top favorite of the Rods albums. I'm not kidding, by the way. I really like the top 5 out of the 11. Be prepared for this one. And I like all tracks. Number 5 for me for this spot is going to be Rattle the Cage. This is the only new generation type of heavy metal of the Rods albums I do like only. Yeah, Rattle the Cage is actually pretty good in my opinion. I do enjoy this one. And I'll tell you all the songs I did like from this. Now and Forever, Wolves at the Door. Wolves at the Door is actually a pretty good song. I actually like that one. Cry Out Loud is pretty good. Rattle the Cage. Can't Slow Down. Metal Highways. Hell or High Water. Play It Loud. Shockwave, and lastly, Hearts of Steel. Yeah, this is the only new generation of the Rods albums I do like. This is the only one. I can tell you that much. This one's pretty good. Number 5 spot is going to be Rattle the Cage. Alright, number 4 spot for me is going to be Wild Dogs. I did mention this before in my Wild Dogs Unchained. This one is 10 times better. It's their original Wild Dogs album, and it's their 3rd full-length release. 3rd main full release. Yeah, I really enjoyed Wild Dogs. This is the craziest, goofy looking cover, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I do enjoy this one. This one's a goddamn classic. And it's their 3rd or 4th release of their main ones. I enjoyed this one. Finished off, I like all of them. Too Hot to Stop, Waiting for Tomorrow, Violation. Burned by Love, Wild Dogs. You Keep Me Hanging on the Supremes cover. Rockin' and Rollin' Again, End of the Line, No Sweet Talk Honey, and lastly, The Night Lives to Rock. Yeah, I do like Wild Dogs, the original I mean, not the Unchained one. This is definitely 10 times better. This one's a goddamn 80s classic I enjoy from heavy metal. And yeah, this one's a classic. Number 4 is going to be Wild Dogs. Alright, number 3, Bronze Spot, actually. This might surprise you guys. I really like this one. And it's actually going to be Hollywood. Yes, this is actually the Rod's return to form in a different way. This came out right after Vengeance. Yeah, and this is their comeback heavy metal album I do like, with some synthesizers to mix in with it. I really like this one, guys. Hollywood, oh my god, I like this one. This is their best return to form of heavy metal albums I've ever heard, with a little bit of synthesis into it. I really do like this one. It's really good. And to finish it off, All American Boys, Don't Take It So Hard, Heat of the Night, Love Is Pain, Make Your Move, ugh. Mississippi Queen Mountain Cover, Money. Money's a good song, actually. I actually really do like the song Money, by the way. Prisoner of Love, Tokyo Rose, and Great Big Fake Ones. Yes, I do like Hollywood. This is actually their best return to form heavy metal album I do like, with some synthetic instruments added into it to make it better. Yeah, my number 3 bronze spot, I have to give it to Hollywood. This is damn good in my opinion. Number 2 silver spot for me is going to be, prepare for this, Heavier Than Thou. Yes, this is the Rod's most epic main release ever made. I love this one. Yes, Heavier Than Thou. This is their most epic heavy metal album they ever made from the 80s era. Yes, I like this one. And it made it all the way up here into my ranking. It's a damn good one. With some epicness into it. More epic. Out of all the 11 of them. Heavier Than Thou, awesome. To finish off, I like all 12 tracks. So, Heavier Than Thou, best opening for this album. I like it. Make Me a Believer, Angels Never Run, Crossfire, I'm Gonna Rock, She's Trouble, Born to Rock, Chains of Love, Communication Breakdown, Led Zeppelin cover, by the way, that's awesome. I freaking love Led Zeppelin. Fool for Your Love, Cold Sweat and Blood, and lastly, the Music Man instrumental. So there you go. Yeah, this is their most epic of the Rod's main studio albums. This is a damn good one. I enjoyed this one. Definitely 10 out of 10 for this one. Definitely overall. Number 2 silver spot, I have to give it to Heavier Than Thou. And now, my number 1 gold medal spot. That is my most favorite out of the 11. And yes, this is the most obvious. Or if you figured it out by now, who knows, is Rock Hard. Their very first full-length debut of the Rod's album. Yes, I really like Rock Hard. This is where I got started listening to them for the first time, and this is easily my favorite. Their first main full-length. Goddamn, I love this one. Yeah, this is my most favorite of the Rod's albums, is their classic goodness. Came from 1980, early 80s, by the way. Goddamn, I love this one. This is probably their best one, in my opinion, out of all of them. And now, to finish off and name all 12 of the tracks, and probably end this video. Here we go. Sit Down Honey, Elf cover, there you go. Music Man, In Your Panties instrumental, Power Lover, Roll with the Night, Enticing. Hungry for Some Love, another enticing. Get Ready to Rock and Roll, Crank It Up, Rock Hard. Getting Higher, You Better Run, the Young Rascals cover. And lastly, Woman. There you go. I really like their early 80s classic of the Rod's albums. So good. Rock Hard, you're fucking awesome, in my opinion. Hell of a good album to me out of the 11. Yeah, my number 1 gold medal winner. I have to give it to Rock Hard, I'm sorry. This is their classic goodness of the original heavy metal albums from the 80s era. Damn good, in my opinion. And there you go. That is my first time ranking all 11 of the Rod's albums worst to best. And I would look forward to listening to them again in the future if they ever release a new one. And it better not be disappointing this time. But I will continue to listen to the older stuff and whatever. But I did name my top 5 are actually pretty good overall. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Subscribe to me if you have not. Click the bell to get notified in all of my videos so you don't miss my uploads. And yes, also like and share my brand new ranking studio albums of the Rods so I get more views and more subscribers. And I'll see you, my best sound friends, and my sexcellent pie cuties on the next video. Seizure later.